Hey, my loves. Thank you guys for being here. It's me, Dion, your Sin City medium. I've got an update today. If you haven't already, go check out my ayahuasca video because I talked about how my ayahuasca experience hadn't yet ended, okay? I truly believe that it opened up this other dimension for me. I believe we left off in that video talking about me, laying there in meditation and hearing light codes in my ear. And I was just sobbing, right? It was just the most beautiful thing I had heard. And it was like watching a baby being born is the way I believe, or being at a wedding, right? Like it was just that type of energy, as I laid there. And I was so excited because, as you guys know, I always talk about this, where I feel like my clairaudience is something that I'm constantly trying to work on and build, okay? My claircognizance and my clairvoyance are literally my strongest clairs. But let's get into what I have an update. So the other day, and you guys know I'm a sassy one. So the other day now, I'm laying down in meditation and I'm like feeling a little bit frustrated, right? Because I know that they're around me, but I just hadn't been getting like the messages I wanted from them. I could tell they're around me, like I could still sense them being around me. I still pick up on all of that, but it's like I wasn't able to like directly communicate with them, and that was like frustrating me. So I was sassy and I was like, Pleiadians, and then I go take a shower, right? So I get up from meditation, I go take a shower, and I'm in there and I start singing this song, right? And this ain't the big update. The big update is next. And I start singing this song, and you guys remember they're like, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. Okay. So I start singing that song, and immediately I was like, oh, I knew exactly what they were talking about, because my thing was like, damn, like, show yourself to me. Hello, say something, like, you just singing in my ear, like, say something to me or show yourself. Yeah, and they said, be careful what you wish for, girl. They was like, Dion, and I was like, okay, yeah, I got you, right? So I kind of like backed up a little bit. That is not the approach to go, getting sassy. So then fast forward after that, right? I wake up one morning and I'm getting ready to channel. The thing is, I wake up every morning, I pray, and I channel messages from Ascended Masters for everybody in my Discord. That's something that I do. I even got channel messages here in YouTube, right? So I sit there and I say, let me channel for myself. But this time it was different because I was in very calm energy, and I said, Pleiadians. Like, I'm really wanting to talk to you guys. Like, I need to know what's going on, because it just felt so heavy, like this whole past week, all these damn executive orders and everything that's happening in the world. And as I'm reading for people and doing all this, like, I could tell the energy is just, it's thick, right? And you guys let me know if the spirituals out there, let me know, like, it's just thick, And so it's taking a lot more work to like ground, like it ain't just saging and Palo Santo. This is like lots of time, like in meditation and prayer and getting there, right? So I sit there and I'm channeling, y'all. It happened. It happened. And I'm so excited for the message that I got and the visual that I saw, right? Because now my whole energy is different towards everything that's going on. So I think the best way to do it, I'll read through the message first, and then I'll go back and tell you what I saw at key points. And maybe that's the best way to do it, so like you get the message, right? So the first thing I got, because I said, come on now, like, talk to me, like, give me something, like, I'm here, like I'm ready, like, even if you don't want to show yourself, like, where's the message? Like, I need something, right? Enact warfare. And I was like, and then I heard spiritual, and I'm like, okay. So enact spiritual warfare, dungeon mentality, do not consume, built brick by brick, dismantling of systems, new world rising, raising of collective conscious, feminines, lost spirits, unbroken, stronger together, devout inner strength, atomic of waves throughout the cities, lost ones found, world healing, new way, collapse of old. Let's get into it. And of course, I had asked some other questions, and I'll let you guys know what they said for that too. So when they said dungeon mentality, you guys remember back in the day, like how, I don't know, like cartoons would depict a dungeon. Somebody gets thrown into a dungeon and it's like the dark, the dark room, and it's like bricks, but they're like charcoaly colored and wet. That's what I saw, okay? And it was like, and I always grab for my crystal, but being in there on your knees, like in this dungeon is what I saw, right? A woman on her knees in this dungeon is what I saw. Do not consume built brick by brick. And so, you know, that makes me think of TikTok, how everybody says, oh, I built this FYP brick by brick. So they are showing us we are building our dungeon mentality brick by brick with what we are consuming. Dungeon mentality, do not consume built brick by brick. We're doing it to ourselves, right? Because we're getting caught up in everything they're throwing at us. Dismantling of systems, a new world rising. So everything got to go, y'all. Everything got to go, and we got to start over. This is what's happening. And the truth of the matter is, we chose this time period to be here. We chose this lifetime to witness this. We did, right? Raising of collective consciousness. Feminines, lost spirits, unbroken, stronger together. So now the cells are everywhere. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. I see the rising, right? Coming up out of the cell, right? We're in here, we're grounding, we're meditating. This is spiritual warfare. Enact warfare spiritually. This ain't just like a race thing, or, you know, it's not just that. This is deeper than that. This is literally time to enact spiritual warfare for the raising of the collective consciousness, right? It is our superpower. The vision was all these cells, and then us like coming out of it. And as we come out of it now, okay, we're suspended in the light because it's only under this darkness, this dungeon. But we open it up, right? Because we spiritually, we're raising our consciousness. We wake up, we're back in the light. We look around, and it's masculines do play a role in this, but it was feminines, right? And we look at each other and we realize, oh, damn, we interlock hands. This is what happened. We interlocked hands. Feminines, lost spirits, unbroken, okay? We might have got lost for a second and we're in that dungeon, but we know better, so we come out of it. Stronger together, devout inner strength. Stronger together, we lock hands. And then the atomic of waves throughout the cities. When we locked hands, it was like, boom. Like it just got so bright. And that brightness is what flushed through the city. That's what happened afterwards, right? Lost ones found, world healing. It is time for the rise of the divine femme, okay? And our inner strength to really, really, really shine. Now is the time where we need to dig deep spiritually, right? And raise the collective consciousness. Like, this is the role that we play. And think about it, like, we're under attack. We're under attack. But this is not, we're not fighting it physically. This literally is spiritually in the way we need to fight. World healing, new way, collapse of the old. That is what I saw. Being us oppressing ourselves by what we're gathering. And then I asked, I said, what do I say to those that are scared? No fear. Chaos is smoke. Reality will be what you make it moving forward. So our role right now is to not get caught up in all this foolishness, not let us weigh us down, right? For us to do our best to maintain our vibration spiritually, because that's what they want to happen. This is about us remaining strong, not getting caught up in the chaos because it's a smoke screen. We know the truth. We know how all this works, right? No fear. Chaos is smoke. Reality will be what we make it moving forward. And then I asked, this me, when can I see you? And they said, not ready, in due time. So I don't have that update yet, but I will let y'all know when I get it. I asked, what do I need to focus on today? I'm not going to tell y'all. We all have shadows, and they called me. They read me for filth. And then I asked, what is a prayer or affirmation that can be useful to us during this time? You ready? Restoration of faith begins in my heart. Hate will not consume me. My mind will not be weaponized against me. I said, okay. I have goosebumps even saying it. But y'all, that's what happened. That was my channeling of my Pleiadian family. And let me say this. So I'm channeling all the time, and I channel full-on sentences. It just flows. It just flows. It just flows. And just, it feels like with every new being, it always comes out a bit choppy. So I feel like that's why I was like, enact warfare, dungeon mentality, blah, blah, blah. But either way, the vision was so clear. It was so clear. It's time for us to really dig deep, and it's time for us to stick together, to remain connected, right? I love you guys. That's my update. I'll keep, man, first, as soon as I show up in my room, I'm gonna let you guys know. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe or join our Discord. We talk about all these types of things. We have a very loving community there. I hope to see you.